What if I told you that the Israeli army, considered one of the strongest in the world, has just admitted to some of its biggest ever losses in decades? Yes, you heard that right. According to the latest reports, hundreds of Israeli soldiers have been killed and thousands more are wounded in the war with Hamas. It all started on October 7th, if you remember, year 2023, when Hamas launched its surprise offensive, which they called Operation Al-Aqsa Storm. The attack alone left over 300 Israeli soldiers dead. And the losses didn't stop there. When Israel sent its forces into Gaza for the ground invasion, another nearly 600 soldiers were killed. If you add up the number, that's close to 900 soldiers or more than 6,000 injured. Now, one of Israel's most famous units, the Golani Brigade, has been hit the hardest here, losing more than hundreds of the men. That's a shocker because Golani is supposed to be Israel's toughest and most battle-ready forces. Now, here's where it gets more controversial. Analysts and even former Israeli officials are saying that the real death toll could be much higher than what it has been admitted in public. But the question is, why would the army hide numbers? Let's dwell into the answer now, because in a country like Israel, where almost every single family has somebody serving in the uniform, acknowledging such losses could actually break the public morale and trigger a political storm. And yes, it does not end there. Fresh fighting have broke out in Gaza City, and that too in the area where reports suggest more Israeli soldiers have been killed or even captured. Can you imagine the impact of that? Israel has always projected total count in Gaza, but these developments paint a very different picture here. So, you know what this means? For Israel, it's not just about numbers. It is about credibility. It is about whether its military dominance is being challenged for the very first time in decades. On the other hand, for Gaza, despite being battered by airstrikes, the resistance groups, and proving that they can still inflict the heavy damage. So here's the bottom line. This war is not just a military battle anymore. It is turning into a war of narrative. Israel says that it's winning. Hamas says that Israel is bleeding, but the numbers that are coming out now suggest that Tel Aviv is actually facing a crisis that it hasn't seen in a very long time.